welcome back to another AWS MR. I'm your host, Philip the Flying Short. As you can see here, now that we have a Chaos Arena, now we can show little mini things. As today we will have the Predator face off against the man who was the green bastard behind the mask. And as it turns out, it was Predator. Yeah, I don't know how the hell Predator fit into a green bastard costume, but yep, but he was the green bastard. He's a member of the Blues Brothers. It's canon, man. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, today he's gonna face Sub-Zero because I really need some clickbait. He's like, hey man, you should get Shere Khan on the show, and I'm like, okay. So I bring in Sub-Zero. But all jokes aside, though, I'll get Shere Khan in there. Don't worry, he's coming. But for right now, I figured Sub-Zero would be a better way to kind of introduce it. Kind of weird for have a freshly unmasked green bastard who is the Predator to be returned just to be like, oh, here comes the half-naked, skull-faced man. So now instead, he's facing Sub-Zero. Oh yeah, there was a Mortal Kombat movie, Scorpion's Revenge, like, it came out like a month ago. Or was it a few weeks ago? Honestly, don't know. Time is meaningless in the gulag. Anyway, if y'all like the blood and gore and action stuff, like I do, you'll probably enjoy it. It's pretty spicy stuff. The twist fucking sucks, but in that it's really good. Everything else is good. Just a dumbass twist. And to make up for that, I'm gonna give Sub-Zero time to shine because he's a good old boy. He's cool as ice. He's like it's like what happens if you fused Mr. Freeze and Bruce Lee. It's pretty rad. Also, you can't say that's racist because Sub-Zero's race is like, I don't think Sub-Zero's from the human world. I think he's from the other one, but I could be wrong. But anyways, ice is glowing. His arms are glowing ice, but for some reason his song says burn it down. We're gonna need to get his theme song department checked, as I'm pretty sure he is not pleased with that. You know, he's a man of ice. He likes it cold and freezing. Uh, One of the stipulations he has is his locker room be turned down to the -degree Fahrenheit Celsius. He likes it that cold. Did I mention he has ice powers? I think that's all I've mentioned since he got here. Yeah, actually, it's pretty crazy to see Sub-Zero here, because this is a former Mag Nation Intergalactic and former Mag Nation Tag Team Champion as well, where he teamed up with his longtime rival, Scorpion. So the former Mag Nation star is actually showing up here in AWS in a little work in as Mag Nation's kind of vanished. I kind of miss them, man. They're good. I mean, I know, like in the past episodes, I'm all in character, like, oh, they're our rivals, so I hate them, blah blah blah. But if I'm breaking character for a second, I'll miss Mag Nation. They were a good show. I hope Magnitude's doing well out there, as well as Trevor and Steve and all them. Oh wait, Steve is Magnitude. I'm an 8. Anyway, actually, wait, these are both former Mag Nation stars. We have two Mag Nation stars fighting in the Chaos Arena on AWS Potato. It makes sense to me. I see absolutely nothing wrong with that. You know what it's missing? A random unlimited star. So that way we get all the shows involved, you know? It's like a free run episode. As they battle near the Canadian announce table. Oh yeah, and this False Count Anywhere match. Just thought I'd now mention that. It wouldn't be AWS Potato without a pin within the first 5 minutes. Keeping up with the tradition. And last time we saw Predator, he actually teamed up with Dean the John Moxley Ambrose to to defeat Superman Prime and Hyperion. So that was quite it appears that so far all four people in that match have managed to come back. So that's pretty good for it on. They're kind of making their comeback. However, is Predator a member of the Blues Brothers? Well, seeing how we saw the Green Bastard stand with them during the Christmas special, I think it is safe to assume that Predator is indeed a member of the Blues Brothers. And heck, we might see the Blues Brothers in tag action later, so you could see him in his team costume. And let me tell you, it looks beautiful. You know what? Next week's match, we're doing a Blues Brothers match. I don't know against who, but they're going to compete though. They're going to build up some momentum to that eventual tag tournament. Sub-Zero attempts an RKO, even though he is Seth Rollins moves. I'm confused too, but also speaking of Magnation, Sub-Zero, not only has he won belts in that company, but he also managed to get a win over the one of their best dudes, Jack 6. So he's bringing that talent here to AWS now. So gotta love poaching. But is this already it? Oh, Sub-Zero. He is not doing too hot against the Predator though. Since Predator's been training a lot since his hiatus in wrestling. Going for a choke slam. But it appears that Sub-Zero instead is giving him some rather icy punches. That was a terrible pun, icy punch. Like nobody freaking remembers that. Is that even the name? Does that company even make punch? I honestly don't even know. But Sub-Zero, he's an Iceman, and wait, he's going from the movie took down Jack 6 with ooh, corner power, boom, hey, 2. Just like that, Predator has shown that he is tougher than Jack 6. That is surprising. The corner powerbomb's not a easy move to deal with. I mean, that move ended the careers of both Sting and actually, I think it just ended Sting's career, but still, man, it's a very powerful move. It's dangerous, but in AWS that's encouraged because we're all fictional characters. Can't worry about injury. Oh my god, Sub-Zero making the comeback. Can't worry about injury when none of us are real. You only do it for storyline, or if you just want to write a character off. Speaking of which, Red Hulk's still injured as he goes for the Scorpion Kick. That's humorously named. But it appears that now Predator's kicked out of both of his finishers. The disrespect to Sub-Zero, man. The disrespect. Like, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit from the Predator. He's just an angry man. And he's got that Dan Aykroyd sponsorship, so, and he's the GM, so not much we can do about that. Oh god, is he gonna put him to sleep? Is he gonna put the Iceman to sleep? Oh no, he stomped on his foot and gave him a Judas effect. And a glacier kick. Shades the guy who impersonated or was based off him in WCW. Man, I've gone disturbingly normal since not being around Super Zack. Maybe he was the one corrupting me this whole time. I always thought I was the crazy one, but maybe he just has a weird influence on people. Another glacier kick. Maybe Super Zack is making us insane as to control us, man. Just like how he controls the media. Captain Connor's probably a pretty normal dude too. I mean, you know what he's been doing during this whole deal? Yeah, I'm sure that's a good question. Cause I mean, what has the commie been up to? Let me find that out. Ooh, big kick. Just a big old roundhouse kick of doom. It's very breakneck, I think. Or, I don't know. Anyway, here is the pin. And once again, the Predator kicks out. Has Pop's data ever ended with finisher? I don't think it has. Oh! That might change with the Predator choke slam. A2. Commentator's curse. We actually had a match end with a finisher as Blues Brothers member Predator makes a grand return. That is quite. Oh, hi, doggy. Appears that despite my ASMR fix, my dog is still awakened. Enjoying your cameo there, little buddy? Glad you did. Anyway, that was the match. My dog is itchy. It's yeah, quite the return for Predator, continuing an undefeated streak. Even the Japanese ref doesn't want to touch it. He's like, no, man, I don't want to touch him. I don't know what he's made of. He could be made out of like Crystal Skull vodka. I don't know. But still, good return on Predator after he last week punched Mr. L in the balls to unmask himself, but maybe he wanted to unmask. That's an AWS conspiracy for you. Anyway, this has been Philip the Flying Show up saying, I think I'm constipated.